Hello everyone, I'm Manish, and with Teachers Day just around the corner, we want to take a moment to thank all our wonderful teachers, the ones who guide us, inspire us, and make learning an exciting adventure. Today, we are celebrating them in a special way by talking to one of our incredible teachers, Miss Pallavi Arora, our amazing English facilitator. Ma'am, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Anish. I'm really happy to be here today and I'm looking forward to our conversation.
Yes, ma'am. So, thank you once again, ma'am. To start off, we would love to hear about your school journey. I guess many of us can relate to this now. So, was there a subject you found challenging but eventually loved it? How did you overcome it, ma'am?
Yes, for me, it was maths. So, in the beginning, I disliked it, even feared numbers. This fear stemmed from an early experience with a math teacher in my school who was very strict and he often humiliated students if they couldn't solve problems. So, I still remember the day I was picked to do a sum that most of us couldn't solve. So he mocked at me and he humiliated, and I'm sure the teacher would have never anticipated that his mockery and choice of words would shatter my confidence completely. But my father understood my struggle and he stepped in to help. So he found me a very well-reputed tutor whose name was Mr. Adhikari. So he could only teach me during the early morning hours because of his packed schedule. So my father and I agreed to it, and my father would drop me off and pick me from his house every morning. And under his kind guidance, I slowly began to see the beauty of numbers. He taught me with patience and encouragement. He made me realize that with consistent effort, I could do well in maths. So his belief in me transformed my fear into confidence. So if I look back at that incident, I realize it wasn't just my fear about maths, it was about learning resilience and how the right guidance can truly change someone's perspective.
That's really inspiring, ma'am. Now, moving on to a fun question about school life. Did you have a favorite spot in your school where you loved spending time?
Oh, yes, yes. So, my school, unlike the schools that we see now, was located in a hilltop and it was far from the city noise. It was surrounded by green fields, hills, and trees. So every time we looked outside from our classroom windows, we would see hills and greenery. So we had a beautiful, well-maintained garden in our school. But my favorite spot was under an eucalyptus tree, where my best friend and I would sit on the soft green grass, which was so spongy. So every afternoon, we would eat our lunch there, laughing and giggling over things I don't think those were even funny, but they felt so precious at that time. So sometimes we would also sneak down the hill. So since like I said, my school was on a hilltop, we would sneak down the hill and we would go to one shop. That was the only shop that we had in the vicinity. And we used to buy a very special sweet called goza, and we would savor on those goza after getting it there, but we would always sit under that tree and savor that. And that place with its cool breeze and the children playing in the background, and the joy of simple friendship, that became my little heaven at that time. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am, that is beautiful. That sounds like a place full of memories, like happy
Yes.
memories. Yeah.
Indeed.
And speaking of memories, who was your best friend in school, ma'am? And what made your friendship so special?
when I say best friend, I only have one name. In fact, two actually. So my best friend throughout school was Sonali, right up to class 10. And even today, we share a very strong bond despite living far apart from each other. We did everything together when we were at school, reading, completing assignments, sharing pencils and erasers, exchanging gifts, and eating lunch. We did everything together basically. So, but when she changed schools in class 11, I thought I'd never be able to, make such a close friend again. But I was wrong. So soon I became close friends with a new student whose name was also Pallavi. So she lived in my neighborhood with her elder sister, and we would meet every day. Either in her house or in my house. So when we went to her house, she would cook delicious chow mein and noodles at times, like noodles like chow mein and other things. There are varieties of noodles that she would cook, and we would savor on that. And otherwise, she would come to my house and we would study together. So there were many things. Again, we were inseparables in school. So our biology teacher, she actually called us Pallavi Squared because we were always hanging out together. So
Yes,
both friendships taught me that best bonds, are not about how long you have been with someone, but how deeply you connect with someone. So I remember both of them fondly. Yes.
yes, ma'am. So, friendships definitely make our entire life special. Now, let's talk about something that can take us on endless adventures books. So, did you enjoy reading or writing when you were a student? Any favorite books or stories?
I loved reading books, novels, and comics. I used to read a lot of Tinkle, Asterix, Archie's, Popeye, and also Chanda Mama, Supandi stories, etc. So my love for reading soon led me also to writing. So I started writing stories for Tinkle. So not all of my stories got published, but Uncle Pi used to send me complimentary copies of Tinkles every time my story was selected and was published in Tinkle. So I think so like that I started writing. I still write journals and stories and poems. That encouragement that Uncle Pi gave me, it actually remained with me, and I think it motivated me all the time to keep writing. I also participated in writing competitions, including one that was held at a local science museum, and I won a few prizes. So writing became my way of expressing myself, and even now, like I said, I continue writing. I published one of my books called Renegade Soul just recently, and that is the first poetry book that I have written. So reading and writing have always been to me like twin flames in my life, inspiring,
Okay.
helps me create and share my feelings. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. So, books, whether we read or write, really do inspire us in many ways.
Yes.
Now, speaking of inspiration, let's talk about
Mhm.
habits and skills that help us grow. So, what is one habit or skill that you believe every student should develop to succeed in both school and life?
Okay, one habit that a student should have.
Develop. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I believe every student should develop the habit of consistent curiosity. Every child should be curious, asking questions, seeking to understand, and never being afraid to learn from their mistakes. So this not only helps you in school, it also helps you in life. So I think curiosity is one thing which every child should have. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have anything else in your mind? Can you suggest something from your end? Anish?
Yes, ma'am. The skill or habit that we should develop is always persistence because we need to be persistent in every situation. Hard, difficult, we don't know, but persistence helps us in a lot of ways, both in life and school. It may be writing, reading, like when reading we don't understand a word, but still we try to understand it. We are curious and persistent to learn about that word and continue reading.
Yes,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
agree with you 100%.
Yes, ma'am. So, curiosity was such a valuable tip that you shared with us. And here's a quick one line thought for our students. So, in one sentence, what would you like every student to remember as they move forward in their learning journey?
I would recommend every student to remember the word grow. It has four letters, GROW,
Yes.
right? So you can use it as an acronym and just keep it with you forever. G as in gratitude, R for resilience, O for openness, and W for work ethics. So you should appreciate what you have and those who help you. That's gratitude. You should always bounce back from mistakes and challenges that you make. Yeah, never give up. And always be curious, ask questions, and welcome new ideas. And always stay consistent and give your 100% to whatever you do. These qualities will help you again flourish both in school and in life.
Wow. That is
This was
a
more
simple yet powerful word with a very powerful meaning, ma'am. So, now since Teachers' Day is coming up, we have a special question about teachers. So, can you share about a teacher from your school life who truly inspired you and why they had such an influence in you?
Well, although English was my favorite subject, it was my history teacher, Miss Papuri, who left the deepest impression on me. She was kind, unbiased, fair, and deeply, deeply dedicated to all her students. She was very compassionate. And she painstakingly, prepared handmade notes and shared them with us, often straining her voice to ensure everyone of the 60 students in our classroom could hear her. I remember noticing her veins in her neck pop, like about to pop out, when she spoke so loudly with all her energy. Yet she never lost her patience. And even when students weren't paying attention, she would be very, very kind and very soft spoken. So her calmness, grace, and her compassion, I think these are all qualities of an ideal teacher, and I could see all of these in her eyes. So she wasn't just giving us knowledge, but she was also nurturing us like a second parent, guiding, motivating, and helping us in the best possible ways. So I think Miss Papari is one teacher whom I liked a lot, and I still remember her.
Yes, ma'am. That's such a heartwarming story. So, thank you for sharing that, ma'am. Thank you so much for joining us today and sharing your memories, tips, and inspirations. And thank you to everyone watching. We hope you enjoyed this special conversation with Pallavi, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Anish, for such thoughtful questions, and it was a real pleasure speaking with you. I also want to thank the audience, and I hope our discussion gave you something meaningful to take away. I wish you all the very best in your lives, and especially you, Anish, for your bright future ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am.